nothing neutral site about this one as the Tigers of Auburn take to the field. Welcome, everyone, to the 2018 Chik Fil-a Kickoff Game on ABC, presented by Walmart. The Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta. They'll host the Super Bowl in February. Today, it's a top 10 showdown. Most likely, the most important game nationally of the weekend. Apple juice, sparkling water, chocolate milk, whatever's in your glass, raise it up and toast to the return of college football. Hope you're surrounded by good friends like I am. Great to be back with Brian Greasy. Todd McShay joining us as well from down on the field. College football is obscene. It's the only big-time sport where there are playoff implications, Todd, on opening day.
It feels like a college football playoff game here, and it's only week one. What a scene. The only difference, though, is it's about 90-10 in terms of Auburn fans. This is definitely a road game for Washington. Good news for the Huskies, they bring a veteran quarterback, one of the most experienced and prepared quarterbacks in the country in Browning, and he has 40 starts. This is his 40th start, so they're going to really rely on his experience in this opener.
So the three of us traveled this past week out to Seattle, and we asked Chris Peterson about having the weight of the Pac-12 world squarely on the Huskies' shoulders.
Oh, Chris, is that how you remember it?
That is not how I remember it. We didn't ask. You asked.
You guys are cowards. I asked, and Peterson said it's the question he hates the most. But, Grease, what is going on inside those Husky helmets today?
Well, certainly Chris Peterson hates the fact that the perception of the entire Pac-12 conference is on their shoulders. Here's what happens. Yes, it is on their shoulders, okay? And the only way to change that perception that the Pac-12 is not as good as the SEC or the Big Ten is to win on this stage. They have to win on this stage. They haven't done it the last two times they've been on the stage against Alabama in the semi, and last year in the Fiesta Bowl against Penn State. They've got the opportunity today.
Ready to rock and roll. The Chik Fil-a Kickoff Game from Atlanta. Auburn has won the toss and deferred. The Huskies will receive. Again, we joked that it was a neutral site game, officially neutral site. However, Auburn is the home team, as you might expect. They have chosen to wear their road uniforms. This has been a house of horrors for them. They've lost their last two games here, the SEC championship, and then the letdown to UCF in the Peach Bowl. So they're trying to change it up. We'll go with the white uniforms. They're even in a different locker room today. Myles Gaskin is ready to roll. He's back deep to receive for Washington. And the only common theme among all the players and the coaches, let's play this game. They've been staring at film of each other for 9 months now. Ready to rock and roll. And we are underway. Out of the end zone for the touchback. And that means it's Jake Browning time. The 4-year starter who has meant so much to Washington. I'm not ever going to be someone that goes and kills a 7-on-7 camp. We want to really figure out who's going to fight. I think people would pick me pretty high.
There's no question that his main asset is his grit. And we talked with him about the Alabama game, the semifinal game, and how that affected him. He's going to face a similar test here against Auburn's defensive line early.
So here we go. First down and 10 from the 25. Browning turns and hands off to Myles Gaskin. And he is rocked by Daniel Thomas. Big start for the Auburn defense, Todd.
And the running backs for Washington are going to be critical. Myles Gaskin is the well-known productive back. The youngster Savon Ahmed is a speedster, too. These guys have a lot of juice. They need to get him on the perimeter, though. The passing game, the outside run, because Derek Brown, the defensive tackle, is one of the best players in the country. Could be a top 10 pick in next year's NFL draft.
Chik Fil-a impact players. There are many of them. Myles Gaskin down at the bottom of your screen. Browning trying to get out of the trouble now. Rolling to his left and shovel passes it incomplete. And to bring up a third down and 10. Darrell Williams was coming after him.
So much of the start of these kinds of big-time games is about emotion. And right now, Auburn's defense is flying around this football field. Jake Browning, we talked about his experience, has to manage these kinds of situations, especially a 3rd and 10 backed up in your own end.
Look like they were trying to set up the screen, and Gaskins can't hang on to it. It falls incomplete. Nick Cole was right in his face.
So much of this game is going to be about the pass rush from Auburn, and Jake Brown is going to be without his starting left tackle. The preseason All-American Trey Adams did not make the trip for Chris Peterson, so they'll be starting a inexperienced Jarrett Hilbers at that left tackle position. Something to watch as this game goes on, Steve.
Ryan Davis is back deep for Auburn. Here's the punt by Joel Whitford. Davis has to make a nice catch. And now puts his foot in the turf and takes off across midfield. Here's Ryan Davis. And the Tigers will start with excellent field position. Whitford, the punter, had to make the tackle.
We see Ryan Davis make these kinds of plays on offense all the time. They flip the ball out to him on slip screens and bubble screens, and he makes these kinds of moves. So why not get him back there returning punts? It's the same kind of an action, and sets up this Auburn offense in great position.
It's a 32-yard return. And Auburn appears to be in business. Cam Martin, the setback. There's no Kerryon Johnson. There's no Cam Petway to hand it to. A couple of 1,000-yard rushers they're looking to replace. And they'll throw on first down. It's Ryan Davis. Why wouldn't it be? Davis wrapped up by Taylor Rapp after he ripped off 14.
When Ryan Davis came into this season, he caught 84 balls a year ago. That led Auburn all time, and already he's impacted this game.
They do hand it off to Cam Martin this time. He'll lower the shoulder and get bumped out at the 21 by Jordan Miller.
You know, Steve, the thing that I noticed about this Auburn team in talking with their coaches and talking with the offense is the calm of Jarrett Stidham this year. He is more relaxed. He's in total control of this offense. His second year with Gus Malzahn and Chip Lindsey calling the plays, and you can tell that he's been more comfortable.
Second down and 8. We'll screen out to Martin. Excellent pursuit by Washington, but they can't make the tackle until the 15. Tyler Rapp came up to put on the stick, but not until they got a big gain of 8 in the first down.
You see the tempo of Auburn already. They want to go as fast as possible.
Play fake to Martin that time. And Stidham's going to keep it for a gain of a couple. Miles Bryant made the stop.
We've seen some of these safeties on both teams already in this game come up and lay the wood. Daniel Thomas for Auburn on that first drive, and now we've seen Taylor Rapp. One of the things I'm most excited about seeing in this game are these physical, hard-hitting safeties.
It's Chandler Cox to the left of Stidham. Martin to his right.
This is a little bit different for Stidham, changing plays. Didn't do a lot of that last year.
Keep it on the ground on Martin. He'll pick up a few to bring up third down.
Gus, we talked with him, the change for him a year ago. You think about what a difference a year makes, right? They lose to Clemson early in the season, and then they lose to LSU, and everybody's calling for his job. And then they go on that run, beating Alabama and Georgia, gets a new contract, and now stability has come to this Auburn program.
At the Washington 11. Here's Stidham. Good pocket for him. Back to the end zone. It is up and it is caught. Touchdown! Sal Cannella. The 6'5" frame stretching up to bring it down. Touchdown, Auburn. Malik Willis is in there for the two-point conversion. The backup quarterback tries to lower his head, and the Husky defense says, I don't think so. will take their 6 and like it. DJ Beavers preventing Willis from the two-point conversion.
What a great throw and catch here from Jarrett Stidham. Look at Sal Cannella. Runs a little hitch and then go. And Miller, the corner, just doesn't get back far enough. That ball was placed perfectly from Jarrett Stidham, where only Cannella at 6'5" can go up and make that catch. Unbelievable play to start the season for Auburn.
Cannella, the former basketball player, as you take a look from ref cam today, it was like he was going up for a rebound. And then the putback. And the Huskies will get a second crack at it. Myles Gaskin is back deep. Just dying to explain to everyone the new college football touchback rule. See if we get a fair catch at the 5. Not this time. Second opportunity for Washington and Jake Browning. They went 3 and out. Chris Peterson said when we were in Seattle, 3 and out is death. Have to stay on the field against this Auburn team. It's Myles Gaskin, and he's got first down yardage.
This is exactly what Washington needs to do offensively. New offensive coordinator Bush Hamdan. We talked with him and Chris Peterson. They want to make this a space game. They don't feel real confident about their offensive line just coming off and blocking this defensive line for Auburn. So they want to get the ball on the edge a little bit to Myles Gaskin, Saban Ahmed, some quick passing game. Got to get that rhythm going.
Little breathing room. They can exhale for a second. Browning out to Fuller.
Nice tackle there. Javarius Davis on the outside. This Auburn defense is going to play a lot of man free. Kevin Steele, their defensive coordinator, likes to get pressure and play aggressive man-to-man coverage. In order to do that, guys like Javarius Davis have to come up and make a tackle in space.
Second and 9. Huskies approaching midfield now. Browning gets the pressure. Trying to get out of it. And throws. Jamel Dean is there. It's the interception. Montavious Atkinson forcing it with the pressure on Browning, who had to throw on the run.
This is not typical of Jake Browning. Did the right thing, extending the play, getting out of the pocket, throw the ball into those stands. We'll throw it right to Jamel Dean, a huge mistake.
Second opportunity. Jarrett Stidham takes the screen and he'll run for a few. DJ Beavers came up to make the stop. The interception that turned the ball over, Jamel Dean. First career interception for the junior.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing it with a cast. He had an injury in camp and stayed in bounds. Clearly was in bounds and got his hands under that football. A huge mistake from Jake Browning. He's put his defense behind the 8 ball here early.
Here's 3rd and 12. And Stidham hasn't missed yet. It's Darius Slayton on the receiving end. Jarrett Stidham comes out on fire. He's 5 for 5.
Perfect back shoulder throw to Darius Slayton. You have to honor Slayton's deep threat because he's averaged 22 yards a catch last year. That's why the back shoulder is so effective.
Chandler Cox is the ball carrier. Stopped by Greg Gaines, the man in the middle for Washington. The Huskies were thrilled he decided to return with Vita Vea moving up to the next level. Had to have Gaines back, and they do.
This Washington defense and their new defensive coordinator, Jimmy Lake, have a decision to make here early in this game, how they're going to approach the Auburn offense. Are they going to sit back and try to get pressure with their front 4, or are they going to have to begin to blitz and take some more chances?
Snapping quick. Pitch to Cam Martin, trying the right side on for size. Jalen Johnson comes up to make his first stop.
You mentioned Jalen Johnson. You talked about Greg Gaines, Shane Bowman. Those three guys up front for Washington defensively, they have to establish a line of scrimmage. The weakness of Auburn's team is their offensive line. So this is an advantage for Washington that they have to exploit if they're going to win this football game.
Auburn's already 3 for 3 converting first downs. 3rd and 7. Stidham. Slant inside is Nate Craig Myers. First down and then some. Taylor Rapp stopped him, but not until he had 24 yards.
Two linebackers in the middle are going to vacate off the blitz, and great read from Jarrett Stidham. The inside slant for the first down.
They're going fast, Grease. It's Cox out of the backfield on the short pass. Rather Ryan Davis, I beg your pardon. And it's a short game.
Big-time recognition from Jarrett Stidham on third downs, right? That's the next step for him. We know that Gus Malzahn likes to go fast. We know they run the football and take shots down the field. But when you're behind the sticks on third down, your quarterback has to bail you out, and that's exactly what he did.
Look at those numbers on Stidham, 7-7 to start. And a beauty on the touchdown pass.
It's interesting to see this offense, which is typically very run-heavy based, now going through number 8, a quarterback in the passing game early.
Cam Martin. And again, Stidham is doing this behind really an inexperienced offensive line. They know they're going to be growing pains. They've admitted as much. They look pretty good here today.
You know, honestly, you see the 4 new guys up front. Talking with Jarrett Stidham, he's actually really confident in this group. You would think with 4 new guys up there, Mike Horton really the only guy with any experience coming back. Jack Driscoll started 20 games, but that was at UMass. SEC plays a little bit different. But Jarrett Stidham hasn't freaked out. He's been okay. So these guys are good. I'm going to trust them. And so far, they've stepped up.
10th play of the drive after the turnover. Stidham trying to get out of there. Going to buy himself some more time and throw. Incomplete. Darius Slayton off his fingertips. He thinks he should have had a touchdown.
Great adjustment there from Washington defensively. They dropped 8, rushed 3. There was nowhere to throw that football for Jarrett Stidham. He did the best he could, almost got the touchdown, but nice adjustment defensively for Washington.
That's Stidham's first incompletion of the game. It's a 32-yard field goal attempt. This is Anders Carlson, the brother of Daniel. First collegiate kick is on the way, and it is good. Auburn's got a touchdown, missed 2-point conversion, and the field goal for a 9-0 lead. Ardenack, 26-2 as a starting quarterback. Touchback time from the 25. See if Myles Gaskin can make a play. Good burst of speed through the hole. He's got first down yardage and more. Out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 13.
That's a little bit more like what we expected to see. The outside run, getting Gaskin and some of these speedsters in space, create some one-on-one matchups. Early on, they've been running the ball inside, and maybe that's to set up the perimeter run. But the more the game progresses, the more we're going to see Washington trying to work the perimeter.
2 tight ends in for Washington, Kaiser and Singer. Gaskin. Try it again. That time it doesn't work. Stopped just shy of a 40 by Derek Brown. Expect to hear his name an awful lot today.
6'5", 325 pounds. Just take a look at him push Kirkland, the right guard, up. This is textbook. Get your hands out, then shed him at the last minute, and then engulfs Gaskin. That's amazing.
The double team initially fought through both guys.
Good look at what it looks like going up against him.
No, thank you.
Mano a mano. Flag flies. We'll check the marker. And going up for it is Aaron Fuller. What a tremendous grab. Fuller just exploded onto your TV screen. We'll see if it stands. It's a gain of 32 if it does.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense number 55. 15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
That's T.D. Moultrie who gets busted twice.
Boy, that's just the break that Washington needed. Take a look at this throw from Jake Browning. right on the outside shoulder. Fuller waits till the last minute to go back up and get it. And it's just unnecessary for Moultrie, right? You're there, you take 2 steps, and then you push him in the back. And that's a young player making a mistake that gives Washington momentum.
You get the 32-yard gain, and you get 15 or 14 and a half, if you will, half the distance to the goal. So we'll call it a gain of 46 on that play. And Washington is in business now. 3 receivers in the pattern. Give it to Gaskin. Good sure-handed tackling by Javaris Davis there. Maybe 1 yard on the play.
Boy, Javaris Davis has made 2 really nice tackles in the open field already in this football game. 5'10", 187 pounds. He started 13 games a year ago, so he has that experience. He's playing that star position for Kevin Steele in this defense. It's like a nickel, because Dinson, who played there last year, moved to safety, so it's kind of a new position for him.
Here's 2nd down and 8. Browning is flushed. And he'll just take the hit from Jeremiah Dinson, who we just spoke of recently.
It's all man-to-man coverage from Auburn defensively, so somebody for Chris Peterson on offense has to separate from man coverage. We saw Fuller on the big play, but he wasn't really wide open. He had to make a great throw and catch. Somebody has to beat man coverage or start running some crossing and rub routes.
Browning puts Gaskin where he wants him on 3rd and 10. Good protection. Doesn't feel the backside pressure, and he skips it to Gaskin. Andrew Williams applying the backside pressure that time.
Boy, we talk about Dontavius Russell, Brown, Marlon Davidson, Coe, and then you put another group in here, and Andrew Williams comes around the edge. This was almost a disaster for Jake Browning. That ball could have easily come out, scoop and score the other way.
And that one, Grease, was not on Jarrett Hilbers. He had his man protected, in case you were thinking about the absence of Trey Adams. From 31 yards away, Peyton Henry has connected for his first collegiate kick. And Washington is on the board. Is back deep. But it's going to be Jatarius Whitlow who runs it out. And he'll clear the 20. Did you just go marry there? I think you did. Here's Stidham, who is engaged to his girlfriend. Able to try the right side for a couple of yards. You see the old leather helmet on the field. The winner of this game gets to wear the old leather helmet.
Wait a minute, you're just going to say you got engaged and just go right past it?
Well, just, you know, I know you were giving him some wedding advice.
I was talking to him on the field, and I said, hey, you know, he was worried about playing the wedding. I said, listen, take the season, you know, after the season you could do it, and then worry about the honeymoon. Let her do the wedding.
Gotcha. Stidham throwing and completing. Able to hit Seth Williams, the true freshman, one of the young freshman wide receivers we were told we would see today. It's a gain of 18.
Seth Williams, 6'3", 210 pounds. As you mentioned, we're going to see 4 true freshmen playing the wide receiver position for Auburn. They're playing this game without Will Hastings and Eli Stove. It's opened up some opportunities for young guys.
Moving fast. Ryan Davis is moving fast as well. Inside the 40, DJ Beavers brought him down.
Chandler Cox had an unbelievable block there. He gets out, got him into the flat, just flattens the defender. What a big-time hit.
Fake the handoff. Go to Chandler Cox out of the backfield. Looked like they got Washington on that fake.
Chandler Cox, one of my favorite players in college football. He does it all. He doesn't ask for any accolades. He'll hit you. He'll block. He's the best, one of the best pass pro guys on 3rd down, and then you got to feed him. If you're going to ask him to block, give him the ball a couple of times on a down flat.
Opening quarter of the opening game is in the books. Auburn enjoying a fast start and a 9-3 lead. We'll be back after this message. A word from our ABC station. Welcome back to Dr. Pepper's Championship Drive Game of the Week. Auburn leading Washington by a score of 9-3. Happy September, everybody. Back inside the red zone. Stidham to throw. Out of the backfield is Whitlow. Sort of stumbled, but then the second effort. He will have enough for the first down. Washington swarming to the ball, but it's not soon enough.
Yeah, Washington is one step behind here. This tempo, you wonder how defenses, you try to practice this in preseason training camp, but until you get real speed, it's hard to simulate the speed of this offense.
It's Whitlow, brought down almost immediately by Jalen Johnson.
As good as Auburn's offense has looked in this first half, it's still a 6-point game. You got to remember that. So you've given up a bunch of yards if you're Washington defensively, but in this area of the field, the red zone, where it's constricted, this is where you have to get a stop.
Fourth trip in. Just 9 points on the scoreboard to this point. Here's Stidham. Able to turn the corner. He showed a little explosive speed there. Picked up an extra few.
He'll surprise you with his mobility. I mean, he doesn't love to run, doesn't do it a whole lot, but he can move around in the pocket when he's forced to, and when nothing's open downfield. He's got some wheels on him.
Greasy was looking at me like maybe explosive is too strong.
Sneaky.
I got your back.
You got it. Thank you.
Sneaky's a good one.
Difference between being fast and quick, fellas.
I was neither.
3rd and 7. That's Canella. Top of your screen in motion. Stidham firing. Good defensive play. Miles Bryant came up to knock it away.
Great job from Miles Bryant, one of the smartest players on this defense for Jimmy Lake. He plays that nickel position. They ask him to do a lot. Play man-to-man coverage, play zone right there, came up, broke on the football, much like JoJo McIntosh did the last time Auburn was in the red zone and knocked the football away.
Another crack for Carlson. Last one didn't go so well. This from 28. And the youngster settles down and puts that one through. 10:35 to go in the half. Auburn leading Washington 12-3. Washington Huskies were given 7,500 tickets, or used 7,500 tickets for this game. Mercedes-Benz Stadium holds 71,000. You do the math. The rest are here from Auburn.
Yeah. Well, they've been looking forward to this game for 3 months since they came up on the schedule, and we'll be talking about this game for the next 3 months as the college football playoff conversation continues to go. And how does the Pac-12 compare to the SEC? Yes. I mean, all that. This game will be that game that they talk about 3 months from now.
Football Power Index has this one of the 5 most pivotal games of the entire season. Here's 3rd down and 10 from the 25. Browning wide open is Aaron Fuller in the middle, and he's got first down yardage. That pitch and catch looked easy, gain of 13.
Great job by Fuller, a very savvy veteran on this offense. Jake Browning, that's how he refers to him, but he caught that football about 2 yards short of the first down, didn't shake and bake. He went north and south and got the first down.
It's a good job in pass protection, too, to give him the time. The right guard and right tackle, Jackson Kirkland and Caleb McGarry, did a good job of double teaming Derek Brown, the great defensive tackle, number 5, and then the running back, Ahmed, picks up the defensive end. So an adjustment there from Browning in the Huskies.
Washington has started with the football from the 25, the 25, the 25, the 20, and the 25 again. Here's Ahmed. He can fly when he gets in the open field. And there's plenty of running room there. He's down to the 40-yard line. He rips off 22.
Nice blocking on the left side of the offensive line. No Trey Adams. Hilbers comes up. He gets the block on Dontavius Russell. And all of a sudden, a little bit of momentum for Bush Hamden calling plays with Ahmed in the game.
Hamden calling plays for the first time since 2014 when he split the play calling duties at Arkansas State. This is a whole different kind of animal. Browning taking this shot, and it's Aaron Fuller. There's a penalty flag down. Fuller is down at the 5. And I think that's going to stand. 42 yards.
Pass interference. Defense number 13. That penalties decline. Result of the play is the first down.
That was Davis in the coverage.
Yeah. Found the matchup that they wanted. Javaris Davis on Fuller. Remember earlier in the game, Fuller had a back shoulder throw for a big first down. Clearly Davis came in with the left hand, but it didn't matter. Fuller made the play.
It's Gaskin. Out of the Wildcat, Myles Gaskin trying that one.
Your point about the control of the ball and hand of the ball is excellent. What they were trying to determine was, as he hit the ground and he rolled over, was he losing control of the ball caused by the ground?
Right.
And the video evidence was inconclusive. That's why it stood versus being confirmed.
So we're going to confuse everybody, right? In the NFL now, there is no more survive the ground, but in college we still have that.
Exactly.
That's Aaron Fuller, bottom of your screen. Drive to start it at the 25. Here's Browning. Lofts one. Good call, Grease, to Ty Jones, but he couldn't bring it down.
Ty Jones is big and physical. He has done this all camp against great DBs from Washington. Almost pulls that football down. Looked like he had his right foot down. And if he was able to pull that in, it would have been a touchdown. But it looked like Gini certainly had his hand in there.
Third and goal. Browning faked the throw and then tried to run up the middle. And he runs into an Auburn wall. Led by who else? Dontavius Russell, the force in the middle. And he's laughing about it.
I understand the play call and what Chris Peterson's trying to do here. Spread it out and maybe find a crease for Jake Browning. He had 7 touchdowns rushing a year ago. He's got that kind of ability, but nowhere to go with big Dontavius Russell in the middle.
Here's Peyton Henry. Lefty kicker from 28. On the way, and he's got it. Washington inches closer. Dontavius Russell, he's having a good time. Hope you are too.
Good to see DeAndre Francois back, right? After missing most of last year after that injury against the Alabama Crimson Tide. Good to see him back out on the field.
Here's Whitlow on the return. Out to the 20-yard line. Reverses, and he'll squeeze out 6 more, and why not? Here's Cassidy. Staying on the field up 1st and 10. Flea flicker. Back to Stidham. Being chased by Greg Gaines, and Stidham will slide down across midfield to the 42. It's a gain of 18.
It's just great decision-making from Jarrett Stidham. When you call that play as a coordinator, you want the big shot, but you need your quarterback to make you right if it wasn't the right time. It's exactly what Stidham did by using his feet.
Stidham can catch his breath and let Jartavius Whitlow run the football. Whitlow is from Lafayette, Alabama, although apparently they call it Lafitte, Alabama, if you're a native. He's got some quick feet there, too. But the Jimmy Lake story is remarkable. Lake said he was sitting in his office. Coach Pete comes in, closes the door behind him, and
Thought he was in trouble.
Right, it's got to be bad news. Somebody did something wrong. And instead he said, hey, Coach K has an idea. It's all his idea. This is an effort to keep this unit together.
Yeah, they love working together, and let's work for them.
It's Whitlow again.
The amazing thing is, under Pete Kwiatkowski, this defense was the #1 rated defense in the Pac-12 3 years in a row. So It wasn't like the defense wasn't playing well, but that's what was so selfless about what he did. And, especially this day and age with coaches in college football, this needs to be more the model. This kind of approach, selfless about the team, just a really good story.
And that Lake-Kwiatkowski relationship, that goes back 20 years. So everyone is so tight, so familiar. Kwiatkowski's been with Peterson since 2006, been his coordinator since 2010. Sean Shivas has checked in the game, and it's the pitch to Shivas, or Worm as they call him. He's got first down yardage and initiates some contact out of the 30 to gain an 8.
Well, Gus Malzahn is really excited about this young true freshman, Sean Shivers. Certainly, he's low to the ground, 5'7", but he is fast and quick. And you know this offense, Gus Malzahn will find ways to use players like that.
5'7", $173 out of South Florida.
Sugar huddle, they love to get up and go quick.
On the ground, Cam Martin will push it across the 30. We were told Auburn, 3 freshman running backs, 4 freshman wide receivers, and we would see them all.
Yep, and we've already seen Seth Williams had a big catch on offense. Matthew Hill's been in there. Asa Martin, they're really excited about. So certainly cupboard is not bare after Kerryon Johnson leaves.
2nd and 9. Here's the Washington pressure now. Stidham in the face of it, throws for the end zone. It's caught, but it looks like out of bounds. Darius Slayton could not stay in bounds.
Well thrown ball here from Jarrett Stidham. Just takes him a little bit too far out of bounds. Felt like Slayton got away with a little push off there as well, working on Miles Bryant, the nickel corner. That's this offense, right? Run the ball, take a shot. And that's the guy they're going to take a shot to, Darius Slayton. When they do,
3rd and 9. From the Washington 30. More pressure up the middle. It's picked up. Stidham trying to get out of trouble. Looks to shovel the football forward. And jumping on it was Jack Driscoll.
that play was doomed from the start. Nowhere to go with the football, and then at the very end, Stidham trying to throw that football forward. He's thinking in his mind, I need to stay in field goal range, right? Because you're right on that fringe. And as a quarterback, you're thinking, now you're in trouble. And you say, wait a minute, I can't lose 10 yards and force a longer field goal. That's what he was trying to do, get rid of the football.
Here's Carlson. Going to try from 53. He's got plenty of leg, although he's missed from 33 already tonight. From 53 on the way. Wow. And it is perfect. And Auburn increases their lead to 15-6.
Well, Carlson made it right. 53 yards.
So the Carlson story is interesting. So I keep mentioning his brother was just terrific. Daniel Carlson now with the Vikings. Daniel Carlson had the same unit grease, the same snapper, the same holder all 4 years, right? And of course, when the younger kid brother comes out, he's got everybody new. Everybody new, no experience out of the snap or the hold. And he's trying to live in his brother's big footsteps.
But you're right. How lucky is Auburn and Gus Malzahn? You know, Daniel Carlson made 92 field goals, 80% of the field goals he made in his career, and they can only hope that Anders will be somewhere in that neighborhood when he's done.
From the 25, here's Jake Browning. Throwing and completing to Aaron Fuller. He high steps a man, and he's got the first down yardage.
Aaron Fuller has been the playmaker in this first half for Washington. He's caught 2 balls downfield. They got to get him the football a little bit more. I love the crossing route, good against man coverage.
Another first down throw. Andre Bocelli makes his first catch of the afternoon.
Back-to-back, no huddle here. I like throwing the football, get this defensive line tired, rushing the passer, and you have time to throw.
Browning taking a shot. Ty Jones, there is a flag. There's some confusion now on the field. The officials talking about it. I think one had it as a catch.
Absolutely, this is a catch. Ty Jones in great position. This ball comes down perfectly. Looked like a hold there. Certainly pass interference, but that wasn't going to stop Ty Jones from catching that football.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 4. That penalties decline. Result of the play is the first down.
Noah Igbenogany had the coverage. and was flagged for it. Under a minute to play here in the half. It's a gain of 36.
I go right back to Jones. He's your best mismatch in the red zone.
Taking another shot. Oh, a spectacular catch by Quentin Pounds for the touchdown. How did he haul that one in?
Well, you want to talk about an answer. Auburn scores, and right back, Washington comes. 4 straight passes right on the money from Browning, and an unbelievable catch from Quentin Pounds.
That's Odell Beckham neighborhood. What a grab. Welcome back, Quentin Pounds for Washington. Here's Peyton Henry for the extra point. Bit of a high snap. Still able to get it through. Again, Auburn will get the football to start the second half. Here's Todd McShay.
Coach, just 6 points for the majority of the half, and then you score the touchdown in the final minute. How important was that score?
Yeah, momentum. You know, we just got to settle down and play. They got a good defense, but our guys just got to settle down.
It seemed like you started to figure things out offensively, getting some separation with the wide receivers. What adjustments were made?
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys are just getting in the groove of playing real football. You know, it's frustrating we don't start a little faster, but hopefully they got their feet under them now and got their mind right. We'll play better half.
Thanks, Coach.
End of the first half in Atlanta. Auburn leads Washington by a couple. We'll send you back to Kevin, Mac, and Jonathan. State Farm halftime report after this, and a word from our ABC stations. Welcome back, everybody, to the 2018 Chik Fil-a Kickoff Game on ABC, presented by Walmart. It's a 2-point game. Auburn leading Washington by a couple. And you just know that the Tigers believe they deserve a better fate based on the way they move pretty much up and down the field at ease, except in the red zone.
Yeah, certainly red zone, and I think they got to run the ball better in the red zone. But give credit to Washington's defense. They stiffened when they needed to. But, partner, the next 30 minutes of this football game are going to be talked about for the next 3 months in college football, with the implications on both sides, in the SEC and the Pac-12. I think we're in for a great finish.
Noah Igbenogany from the goal line. Oh, takes a hard hit. Smacked down at the 17-yard line. JoJo McIntosh. There is no flag. Here's Todd McShay.
Well, Gus Malzahn agrees with Brian Griese. He was hot coming off of the field the first half, talking about how we've got to run the football inside the 10-yard line. It's been the biggest issue. He was asked another question about something else completely different, and he said, you know what, forget all of that. We've got to run the ball and score touchdowns. I'm getting sick and tired of this.
And Gus and company, they're starting at their worst starting field position so far in this game.
It's hard because you got Jarrett Stidham and a big arm and receivers out there, but Gus Malzahn is Gus Malzahn. He's going to want to run the football.
Stidham to throw. Able to connect with Nate Craig Myers. Now that'll move the sticks quickly.
We talked about 4 trips into the red zone, Steve, and you see 2 field goals, 1 missed, and a touchdown. It's not good enough to win, especially in this environment.
Here's Cam trying the left side for a few. Washington has to feel pretty good about themselves coming out of that locker room.
Certainly they haven't played their best football on the offensive side in the first quarter, but they got hot in the second quarter, especially Jake Browning throwing the ball. And this defense has been up to the task.
2nd and 13 after the penalty. Stidham with all sorts of time. Huskies rushing just 3. And Stidham in all essence will throw that away. Benning Potoahi was running him out of bounds.
It's an interesting approach from Jimmy Lake. You know, he's spent a lot of time at the NFL level and loves that style of defense, trying to confuse quarterbacks, give them different looks. You're not just going to rush 4 and rush 5. He rushed 3, dropped 8. That's the 3rd time he's done this in the game, and each time there's been nowhere for Jarrett Stidham to go with the football.
And if you're getting pressure with 3, 3rd and 13. Three different players from all different angles, but Stidham's able to get rid of it. DJ Beavers made the stop on Darius Slayton, but not enough. 4th down.
That was really well called from Jimmy Lake. He brought pressure on that 3rd and long situation with the corner on the cat, forced a quick throw, and then made the tackle to force the punt.
And it will be the first punt of the day. For Beavers, that's his 8th tackle. He has been the man. Here's Aiden Marshall to give it a boot. Washington got some good pressure. Ryan Bowman coming on the pressure on the punter Aiden Marshall, but is able to get it away. The head linesman, Mike Dulce, and the line judge Patrick Holt, kind enough to wear ref cam for us tonight. The last look was the line to gain cam, which really rolls off your tongue, Grease. Can we come up with an abbreviation of the line to gain cam?
I love that. Look at that little camera on the bill there. I mean, it's a great perspective, but you do get a little sick if you watch it too much. You know, it's jumbling around.
Right.
There's your line to gain cam.
Right. People have seen that from the pylon of the end zone. But this is on the line to gain. We try to get that first down where you want to be in life. Myles Gaskin for a few. They can put cameras anywhere now. You got to be careful. There are cameras everywhere, buddy.
Watch yourself.
See the Cincinnati Bengals play call coming in. And that's a fascinating system for Washington on offense as well. Browning's got the call. Here's 2nd down and 5 from their own 42. Off the play fake. Browning is flushed, and he'll throw, knocked away, and a penalty comes out. Benogamy nearly had an interception there.
I think they're going to get him for the left hand on the back of the receiver.
That's interference. Defense number 4. Ball be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
He did a great job breaking on the football. Just take a look at his right hand there on the back of the shoulder, and that's going to get called every time. You know, I can't impress how hard it is what Benogany is doing. Moving from receiver to corner in the spring, and then he's the starting corner in this situation, and clearly Washington's picking on him. Very difficult to do.
Zeros are on the play clock. I don't think they reset it at the right time, and that's what some of the angst was about. And here's Myles Gaskin across the 30, maybe to the 35 as he stumbles forward. And that'll be the record. That's the run that people will remember. Myles Gaskin is now the all-time leading rusher for the Washington Huskies, surpassing the great Napoleon Kaufman. We'll celebrate some other time. Browning's busy, hooking up with Ty Jones. And it's red zone time again.
Red zone time where neither of these teams have been able to punch it in. We'll see if Washington approaches it a little bit differently, trying to run the football with Gaskin.
1st and goal. The fake to Gaskin, and the throw is tipped up in the air and will fall away harmlessly.
No foul for ineligible receivers downfield. The ball was tipped behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
You see the right guard, Jackson Kirkland, goes downfield. He's right here. And he gets past that 3-yard barrier, and Browning was lucky the ball was tipped, which that negates the illegal receiver downfield.
Daniel Thomas got a hand on it.
I'm just glad they're calling that, you know, honestly.
2nd and goal. Browning under center this time. It's Gaskin. Puts a shoulder down. Benogany on the receiving end of that.
There's a reason why Washington is not running in the middle of the field. They're running to the outside. Take a look at Big Derek Brown right here. I mean, that's, you can't block him, so that's why they're running to the outside. It's smart.
Washington trying to get their little fast guys outside away from the big fellas inside.
That's where you got to get Jake Browning outside the pocket. Let him use his feet if nothing's there to get in the end zone.
Here's 3rd and goal. Browning option, loses the football, and it's picked up by Auburn. Darrell Williams is there. Huskies getting a little too cute, and it burns them.
I love the play call. I hate the execution. Right here, Nick Coe comes off the edge. You got to pitch that faster. You can't get too close to the defender. Browning holds onto it too long, and Coe just gets a mitt on it, creates a huge turnover for Auburn.
And the red zone defense continues to be the story here.
Two big-time errors in this game. Jake Browning's played well and thrown the ball well, but he's had 2 turnovers on him, costly decision-making.
And on that play, it's painful twice for Browning. He's got to absorb that hit. See what Auburn can do with the football. Leading by 2. 5 to play here in the 3rd. Cam Martin on the receiving end will pick up 3 on the play.
Boy, both teams' red zone defense has been outstanding in this game. We've got 9 trips into the red zone, only 1 touchdown combined between these 2 teams, and it's a credit to these 2 defenses.
Stidham has the football. Hands off. It's Martin. And running right into him was Tevis Bartlett.
Yeah, Tevis Bartlett has moved from his Sam end of line of scrimmage position in the spring, moved back inside the will. This Washington defense lost 2 really good linebackers in Azim Victor and Keyshawn Vieira off of last year's team. They've tried to find the replacements on the inside between Ben Burr-Kiven, DJ Beavers, and Tevis Bartlett. And I think this defense is heating up now, too.
3rd and 5. Stidham trying to jump throw to Cannella. It's incomplete.
It's a good job there by Lake, the defensive coordinator, showing the double A gap blitz. 2 guys coming up. Completely different look post-snap in terms of the coverage in the back end, too. He's really kind of found his groove, I think, from the 2nd quarter on as a defensive coordinator with the play calls, which, as you talked about, Brian, is brand new to him.
Yeah, and Jalen Johnson is starting to heat up, too, on the inside. He got great pressure there in the face of Stidham.
Going to try a different punter this time. Aaron Sipas will kick it away. After the first 3 and out of the game for Auburn. It's a hard-hitting affair. And a defensive struggle. Feeling this one on your couch. War Eagle in the house. Auburn with a 2-point lead. While we were heading to commercial, there was a flag. Grease, what happened here?
Yeah, it looks like there was a late hit, really late hit after that punt. I think dangerous hit there. You can see the whistle's already been blown, and that was a good call by the official. Adds another 15 yards onto this drive for Washington.
Hand off to Gaskin. And he's going to be dropped for a loss. Jamel Dean was the first man on the spot.
Whenever you have secondary players making a hit on your running back in running plays 2 yards downfield, what does that tell you? You want to go over the top, okay? They're too close to the line of scrimmage if a corner and a safety are making plays right around the line of scrimmage. So don't be shocked if they take a shot.
Jamel Dean is a big quarterback, 6'2", 208. Here's Browning underneath to Michelli. He's inside the 45, gain of 4. Darrell Williams the stop.
Brings up a big 3rd down here in this 3rd quarter. I think this game is going to be decided in two areas. Red zone, obviously, which has been the story so far, and third downs. And Jake Browning, with his experience, should be able to operate here.
I'll give you a third area. How about kicking game?
Yeah.
Somebody's going to have to make a big field goal here. 3rd and 6. Here comes the pressure. Browning able to step up. And he'll throw and get the first down. Did not have to throw the ball. Smart quarterbacking by Jake Browning.
What a big-time play this is. He didn't panic. There's a free rusher on the outside. He doesn't panic, gets him in the air. That's Big Cat Bryant, and then keeps the play alive. And his feet, people underestimate the amount of plays he makes running the ball.
Here's Browning on the ground to Gaskin. He'll stop and start. And he'll take a pounding for that. Williams and then Atkinson. There's a flag down. A couple of throws. Interesting about Jake Browning, he's a lefty. He throws with his right hand. Does everything else lefty.
Face mask. Defense number 48. 15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Had 10 penalties in the game for 107 yards. And we haven't started the fourth quarter yet. Third straight trip into the red zone for Washington, including this 1st and 5 from the 15. Browning on the ground to Ahmed. He wants to live outside. And he's knocked out of bounds by Jamel Dean. And they'll give him the first down.
If I'm Washington, I'm going to get Ahmed on the field and Gaskin at the same time. I love when they get in that wildcat formation with Gaskin, and then they use Ahmed as the perimeter run guy. It's been very effective.
There is Ahmed. First and goal now. Slides forward for a yard.
I know what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to run a Derek Brown.
No. Going to pick something else?
Every time they run at big number 5, it's a negative play.
Keith Bonifant tried to explain the difference in the running backs. And he said of Ahmed, he's the hip-hop. And of Myles Gaskin, he's the smooth jazz.
I like that.
And here's the music reference for the afternoon. Third quarter is complete. The winning quarter, the fourth quarter on the way in a 2-point game. We'll be back after this in a word from our ABC stations. Steve Levy, Brian Greasy, and Todd McShay welcome you back to Atlanta, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Fourth quarter is about to get underway. And it's Chico McClatchy trying the jet sweep. Not even close to making something happen there, but Sean Davis comes up with a big stop. Reese, Washington had 11 first downs for 146 yards in that third quarter, 0 points.
Yep. And again, it comes back to that red zone offense. You know, I think what's most effective for them has been throwing the ball up to Ty Jones, but Auburn has made the adjustment. They are now not allowing Jamel Dean to be man-to-man against Jones. They're putting a safety over the top. That tells you Washington has to run the football.
Third down and goal from the 13. Fifth straight trip into the red zone for the Huskies. Here's Browning. Looking middle. Tipped away. Bocelli was open, but Darrell Williams prevented that pass from getting through.
Darrell Williams got up off the mat. He was hurt, had a stinger, and saves a touchdown here. That was an easy touchdown for Bocelli. Great play by the linebacker.
Here's Peyton Henry. Trying to give Washington their first lead of the game. From 30 yards away. Off the upright. And through. Peyton Henry. We heard how terrific he's been in camp. He was living off those uprights when we were out in Seattle. It was almost like he was trying to hit the goalposts.
He missed 3 of them, as you said, in practice. And Chris Peterson, I asked him about it after practice. He said, yeah, I'm concerned. But Peterson gave him a look as he came off the field like, any way you can get it, buddy.
14:06 to play here in the 4th. It's going to be Whitlow. And there's our first opportunity for the new fair catch rule. You know, those seminars really pay off, Grease, when you and McShay are on the islands in Massachusetts having a blast in Nantucket. And Josh Hoffman, our producer, and I are sweating it out at the rules seminar.
Okay, tell us the
fair
rule.
Catch, anything inside the 25, they'll bring it out to the 25 for you, as if it were a touchback. Stidham on the move. And he'll try to just shovel that out of bounds. Goes an incomplete pass. So losing a yardage on the play.
Feels like the tempo with these two offenses has slowed down a little bit. That first quarter was lightning fast. Now Auburn's kind of walking around a little bit. I think you see conditioning starting to come into effect here in the 4th quarter. This is the first game that these guys have played, right? 4 quarters are a long time.
And you can't provide all of the camp in the spring and the fall. You can't come up with game-like situations. There's nothing like the real thing. There's Cam Martin. And he is stopped for a loss. Ben Burkhead and Tevis Bartlett there.
And Gus Malzahn on this drive has come out. He wants to establish that run that we talked about. There's just nothing there. This Washington defensive front 7 has been up to the task today. We wondered if they would be able to keep pace with Auburn offensively. All the eye candy that they do in the backfield. And Burkhead, Bartlett, and the guys up front, Gaines, they have been up to the task.
Here's Jarrett Stidham to throw with a man in his face. Underneath and wide open was Chandler Cox. Found a seam indeed.
Great job by Stidham with patience, and Chandler Cox, just a savvy football player. Only rushed 2 initially, so he releases out. Big first down.
To gain a 12 on the play. Here's 1st and 10. It's Stidham throwing. It's Ryan Davis on the short game, and there's a flag down. Why wouldn't there be?
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense number 23. 15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
As penalties continue to pile up here. Just announced the attendance. Over 70,000 in the house for the Chik Fil-a Kickoff Game.
Chris Peterson saying, who is that on? They called it on corner Jordan Miller.
He was fighting to get off a block from Canella on the perimeter. I'm not sure if that was him or if it was a different player.
Auburn's across midfield. Stidham to throw. And going up and pulling it down is Darius Slayton. Right in front of Jordan Miller.
That's a page out of Jake Browning's book right there with Aaron Fuller. And I like that. Going right back after a guy that got a penalty to see if the mental discipline is there.
Good for 21. Stidham on a quarterback draw. And he'll lean forward. Shane Bowman made the tackle. Under 8 to play now here in the 4th in a 1-point game. The experts all expected this to be a tight game, one that we will be talking about regardless of how it ends for the next 3 months.
We're getting to that point where it's all hands on deck. If you need Jarrett Stidham to run the ball in the red zone here, then that's what you need to do.
Draw to Cam Martin for first down yardage. On the play.
This is what Gus Malzahn was talking about at halftime. They get in this red zone, they want to run the football. Between the 80 other yards, it doesn't really matter, but here is exactly where he wanted to run the football is what he said.
Auburn's first red zone trip since midway through that second quarter or so.
Todd, I don't know why Washington, knowing that, is still keeping both safeties deep. Rapp and McIntosh are still deep. They need to get up around the line of scrimmage, right?
They're two excellent run defenders, too.
Looks like Jimmy Lake is going to substitute here and bring in a couple more defensive linemen, a couple fresh defensive linemen. He's been doing that all second half. I think it's been a big reason why this UW defense has been so successful.
Who's going to make a play here? Stidham puts it in the belly of Cam Martin. Maybe a yard. Potoahi, as we were just talking about him and his military family, he comes up with a stop.
This is the area of field where I really like the usage of Chandler Cox. You know, that's typically where the ball goes in the run game. It follows number 27, and Jimmy Lake knows that. But Cox now comes out of the game because of the third down passing situation. So now you need one of these receivers to make a play.
You can't be thinking field goal here. There's too much time, plus the field goals are a gimme here today anyway. Have to be thinking 6. And on 3rd and 7, on the ground.
Great push up front, the left side, Prince Tega Wanogo, Markel Harrell, 77 and 76 get the push on Greg Gaines. Malzahn wanted to run the football, and he did.
2-point conversion. That's Jarrett Stidham at the bottom of your screen. Chandler Cox out of the Wildcat. Failed 2-point conversion in the first half was critical. Cox is going to throw it, and it's going to be knocked away. Byron Murphy.
Big-time play from Byron Murphy. Recognizing in Wildcat, it's going to come downhill, but it'll still a pass.
Big finish coming up.
Interesting call there on that 2-point conversion. You know, you got one of the best quarterbacks in the country. You got a big slammer fullback in Chandler Cox, and you decide to try to have him throw the football. A few people are going to second-guess that one, you think?
Yes, I think. It's a 5-point game with 6:15 to go. Touchback, bring it out to the 25. Handoff. Gaskin. Out past the 30-yard line. It's been a great game.
It has. It has. It's had great defense, which I love. And now you've got these two senior quarterbacks with so much on the line, so many national implications, college football playoff implications in this game. And you're coming under 5 minutes with two quarterbacks and the game on the line.
Buckle up, people. Welcome to September and college football Saturdays. Browning with time, going to take a deep shot. Aaron Fuller can't catch up with it. Jordan Peters was running with him, and there is not a flag on the play.
Great job by Jordan Peters. Fuller has abused this secondary all day on that fade route. A lot of them have been back shoulders, but great position and coverage from Jordan Peters on that play.
Washington just 3 of 11 in third down conversions here today. See if they can pick this one up. Across the middle. Plenty of running room for Andre Bocelli. He's dead at midfield. Right on the 50. It's a gain of 19.
Look at this patience from Jake Browning. He's got to wait to throw this in the second window. It's not open there because of the linebacker. He has to throw it over here. He's got great protection to do so.
Not available, not allowed to be in the building here today. Yes, it's on his own dime. It's Myles Gaskin, the ball carrier. Well, they are well set up for the future at quarterback.
Yeah. I'm Chris Peterson. I think hard about getting Savon Ahmed back in the game. He's such a great change of pace, and I know that Myles Gaskin is your #1 guy, but Ahmed brings a little bit more juice, and he's in the game at tailback.
And there he is. A good look at what he's looking at right now. Houghton and Sample spread out. This is a road game for Washington, bro. This is not a neutral site game. Ahmed is stopped. Montavious Atkinson came up to make the tackle.
He's up another 3rd down. Now 3rd down and long here. You got to start thinking about maybe if this is 4-down territory.
Browning looking to escape. And he has the 1st down yardage. Jake Browning doing whatever it takes.
Big time. We talked about it on the last drive with Auburn offensively. Whatever these quarterbacks need to do. Stidham running in the red zone, and now Jake Browning making another play with his feet on 3rd down. He had to have it, and he got it.
Two quarterbacks who have established a bit of a relationship from the Manning passing camps. A duel to the finish here today in Atlanta. From the 38. Browning throws, and it's too high for Aaron Fuller. 2nd and 10.
Wow, that was a great opportunity there for Washington. Browning knew he was protected. Great blitz pickup. Hilbers in the place of Trey Adams picks it up, and if Fuller catches that football, Washington might have been in business. Hilbers has done well in relief of Trey Adams, the preseason All-American.
It's been surprising. We haven't had to call his name once today. That means he's doing a good job.
Yep.
Gaskin stops and starts, and he'll take the loss. Derek Brown. In the big time for Auburn on defense. Who else but Derek Brown?
I think Kevin Steele got this defensive line together on the sideline after that last drive, and he said, listen, you are the strength of our team. You have to carry us here in the 4th quarter. It's up to you. Play like you can play, and they're coming out in a concerted effort this drive.
And the clock really starting to become a factor now inside 2.5. 5 receivers for Jake Browning. Didn't like the first look. Now he's in all sorts of trouble. And he'll go down. Big Cat Bryant. #1 in your program. Maybe #1 in your heart, depending upon who you're rooting for. 4th down.
And the only way Jake Browning goes down after that long extending the play is if you have great coverage downfield. So give that secondary credit here. And now a decision for Chris Peterson, 4th and 15.
I think you've got to go for it.
You got to go for it, yeah.
I mean, remember, they had to burn a timeout when they were on defense because of a personnel issue as well. So,
all-out blitz.
4th and 16. Here they come. Browning not going to get out of there. Montavious Russell running down the field. You can't hear anything. The Auburn sideline has exploded in joy.
Kevin Steele on the biggest play of the game brought his biggest blitz of the game. He brought everybody to put pressure on Jake Browning. Here they are in here. There's nobody back in the middle of the field. Jake Browning had to get rid of this football, but he didn't have the time.
After further review of the ruling on the field is the ball was passed and not fumbled. As a result, the ball will be placed at the 47-yard line. It'll be Auburn's ball, 1st and 10.
So the last 3 defensive plays by that Auburn defense, there's Dontavious. He's still thinking about what might have been. Last 3 defensive plays by Auburn. Loss of 3, loss of 3, and that incomplete pass.
You know, I think these two teams have battled today, Steve, and these two coaches had their teams ready to play. And we talked about all the national implications and college football playoff implications.
Looks like they're going with the grounding by where they're putting the sticks.
And I think at the end of the day, one of these teams is going to lose, right? But I don't think it knocks them out of the playoff conversation because of how evenly matched this game has been.
That's a great point. What you couldn't do, either school, is get blown out here today.
Right.
We're not saying this is going to end up in a Washington loss, but the committee will reward Washington for going on the road and playing relatively even with Auburn. 91 seconds left on the ground.
You know, the last 2 years, Steve, we've had examples of this, right? We've had examples with Ohio State and Oklahoma. I think the examples of Oklahoma and Ohio State the last 2 years have shown that you're not out of it if you lose, if you go on the road and compete in those early games.
Stidham faking some people out, and he'll slide down short of the first down, which actually works in their benefit. You'll force Washington to take another timeout. Their last. Out of timeouts. Are they out of time? Back for 3rd and 2. That's Jarrett Stidham. The top of your screen there, out of the Wildcat, it's Whitlow. He's got the first down yardage. JoJo McIntosh can knock him in tomorrow, and it's not going to make a difference.
What a hard-fought game this was.
Yes.
And 2 quarterbacks that braved it out, gutted it out. Jake Browning was under duress most of the game. It's unbelievable throws. But really, it came down to the 2 defenses. And Auburn just had a little bit more in the tank.
Especially in the red zone, opportunities that will lament both schools. They look at film this week. Final 30 seconds of this one. And the Pac-12 will say, hey, don't forget about us. We came.
Representing themselves well.
Yes, representing themselves well.
Yep. And if Washington, which it looks like they have the squad, you know, to compete in the Pac-12, they're going to have to run the table, in my opinion. There is no more margin for error. That's the thing to learn about Washington in this whole game. Auburn, on the flip side, has earned us a little bit of insurance for that really difficult schedule with Alabama and Georgia.
Down to Todd McShay.
Coach, you said at halftime you had to run the football inside the 10-yard line. It's exactly what you did. A gutsy play call there at the end to score the touchdown. What was the difference?
Yeah, Chip made a great call there. They were bailing out, dropping 8. He ran zone. We scored a touchdown. They're one of the best teams in the country. And I know we were a little sloppy, but we won the game. Real proud of our team, the way they responded. And last year, you know, first of the year, I don't know if we'd have done that. And we got it done today.
How about the play of your defense to hold them to 16 points in this game?
Our defense is one of the best defense in college football. They faced a lot of adversity, got us turnovers. That big 4th down stop was huge.
Thanks, Coach. Congratulations.
So a tight one as expected. Auburn, the win over Washington by 5. We're not going to see you next week, Grease. Good luck on Monday Night Football.
Thanks, pal.
See you in a few weeks. Again, Auburn in a game that will resonate around the country. Able to hang on and beat Washington. Tonight, tune in at 8 Eastern on ABC as Louisville takes on top-ranked Alabama. Brian Greasy, Todd McShay, and our crew. I'm Steve Levy. Happy college football season, everybody.